Hi, welcome to how to use some basic features on the TI Nspire calculator. My name is Frank, and I will be your host for this short instructional video you will be seeing today. Oftentimes as educators, it can be difficult to adapt some of the technological tools we are facilitated with in our classrooms. One of these challenges for math teachers is the use of a graphing utility or graphing calculator. Here in Texas, a popular and commonly used calculator is the TI Nspire. There are many types of calculators in the market, all with remarkable capabilities. The TI Nspire will be the one we'll be examining today. If you're an algebra teacher and have access to this tool, this video can provide you with some useful tips on how to use some basic functions for simplifying common algebra problems. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. If you're able to, as the video suggested, go ahead and go to your Internet Explorer or Firefox, whatever internet browser that you have access to. And what you want to go ahead and do is go ahead and go to the search engine if you're using Yahoo, and you want to go ahead and type in the TI Nspire software and conduct a search on that. So you click for search. On my screen it's already there, but you know what to do from there. Okay. Once those search results show up, you want to go ahead and locate the education.ti.com webpage. Okay, and there's several different options you can choose here. I would go with the third one towards the bottom, the TI Nspire student software for 30-day free trial. And this is great because it gives you time to actually check out the software free of charge. So you can go ahead and click on this link. And then you'll be presented with a few options at this point. You can choose a TI Nspire student software for Macintosh if you have a Mac. And there's several other options as well if you decide to go elsewhere. And you can simply click on these links and download the software. Once you have the CS student software, you can go ahead and use it at your whim. Thank you. Alright, welcome back everyone, here from Dallas, Texas. My name is Frank, and we'll be continuing the lesson on using the TI Nspire CAS teacher software. Some of you guys might have the student software, and that's totally fine. Once you've downloaded the software, you'll be taken to the screen. Okay, and this is going to be from the Documents toolbox. So you have different options you can choose from. You have a page sorter, or you can choose the handheld side screen, which is what I like. I'm preferably favorable to, because it looks and resembles more like the calculator that you have in your classroom. This is what you have so far, and today we'll be learning about how to use different functions, particularly in this case the nsolve function on your TI Nspire CX calculator. So at this point, what I'm going to go ahead and do is, let's say for example I want to solve a very simple equation. Let's say I want to solve 2x minus 5 equals 10. So instead of having to do this by hand, and many algebra problems can get very meticulous in solving it by hand, you can use the TI Nspire to simplify your calculations in a very straightforward manner. So in doing this, you want to pull up the nsolve function. So first of all, you will go to the menu, and from the menu you're going to notice that you're going to actually see two screens of the same thing, one on the left side here, and if I move my cursor you have the primary screen. So let's use a primary screen since it's easier to see, and at this point I'm going to select Add Calculator. Okay. Then you're going to select the menu key again, and you can direct your students when they're using their calculators. At this point, you can ask them, okay, class, boys and girls, which function do I want to choose, just to make the class more interactive, and then your students will likely say either probably number or algebra. So the correct response is going to be algebra. And at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the nsolve function or the numerical solve. So I'm going to click here, and it's going to pull up the nsolve function on the calculator screen. So let's say I want to solve something very simple, very straightforward, like 2x minus 5. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Now you got to be very careful with this function because when doing this, you want to also specify the variable or call the variable that you're solving for. So you want to put or insert a comma x. So once again, put your equation in, 2x minus 5 equals 10. Then I insert a comma and put an x. Okay. If I don't do this, I'm going to generate what's called a syntax error. Okay, and it's going to say too few arguments. The function or command is missing one or more arguments. So you want to try to avoid doing that. So you want to make the correction by putting a comma and an x down. And in doing that, it gives you the correct answer, which is 7.5. So this is a very powerful tool because when your students are doing a, let's say, STAR test or a state test, and they decide to do a longer equation, you can simplify this by pulling up the numerical solve function. Like, let's say we want to do something long and terrible, like 3x minus 5 plus 6.2333334 plus 11.989 equals negative 13x. So many negatives here, negative 13x plus 2 equals 100 plus x plus 2x minus 6x. So something terrible like that I doubt you'll see on any standard test, but hey, anything's possible. Put a comma x down and it works the magic. And then we have our answer using the nsolve function. So instead of spending the rest of your life, your students' lives, trying to solve a problem that's brutally difficult on paper, they can simply use the TI Nspire calculator and work the magic from there. Alright everyone, welcome back. My name is Frank, in case you're just joining me today. And if you're part of the instructional technology class, I give you kudos for sticking around this long, as some of this material can be a little bit dry. So I apologize for that, but thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. My sincerest thanks. Anyway, we're back on the TI Nspire CX CAS teacher software. So some of the stuff you see on the screen was last problem we had solved using the nsolve feature. So I want to go ahead and clear this up. I'm going to move my cursor over to the menu, and I'm going to select the clear all. So I'm going to go to actions, and at this point you can clear all, or you can clear your history, and it gets rid of all that stuff that you worked on beforehand. This time we're actually going to solve a system of linear equations. So when I talk about system, I mean not just one equation, but two equations rather. And when you're dealing with two equations, naturally you'll be dealing with two variables as well. So at this point, what I want to go ahead and do is I'm going to pull up a different function. And this function I'm going to pick up and use is going to be the linear system function. So we go to menu, and then we're going to add calculator. Then at this point, we select the menu key again, just like we did last time, and we want to select the algebra key. Okay, since we're in an algebra class, and then I'm going to select not the numerical solve, because it's the one we used last time, but the solve system of linear equations. So it's going to pull up this screen, and just make sure everything's the same, because you're dealing with two equations in two variables, x, y. Then I press OK. And at this point, what I want to go ahead and do is put my two equations in. So I'm just going to make these two up off the top of my head. Let's say it's 2x minus 5 equals, I want to use 10 again, I don't know why, it's just sort of an impulse. Let's say 20, and I'm going to put another equation in. I don't know, let's say try something different. We'll put negative 1 over 2 x. Make sure that this is in parentheses here. Negative 1 over 2 x plus 5 equals negative 15. So now I want to make sure, of course, you put your two variables down as well. So we have two equations and two variables. And at this point, the Linsolv equation already has the two variables defined, so it's just a matter of pressing enter and allowing the calculator to do the magic. And there you go. You have your two solutions for x and y, 10/3 and negative 8/3. And that is a simple explanation for using the linear system function on the calculator.